I want to thank everybody coming out for the Superclass Showdown Harry Shimp Memorial Tournament. This is going to be the most casual tournament you guys have ever played. I'm going to hand out cards.
Even when it was PDGA.
Yes. This tournament's about having a good time, not so much about rules and regulations, but just coming out with your buddies, enjoying everybody's company, and enjoying life. There is no set tee assignments. Grab a group of your buddies, grab a card, and put their names down and keep score.
Keep
this,
four at least.
Huh?
Keep it to 4 people in the group.
4, maybe 5.
5. You're accepted.
Yeah, I'm the exception. The course basically follows the normal course out here, which I believe probably everybody's played. Starts on hole 1, 2, 3. On hole 4, there is 2 baskets. You play the first one off the tee pad up to the top of the dike, and then on top of the dike, you're going to throw down to the regular basket. You play 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and regular. By 10s tee pad, there is a tee pad on the road, or close to the road, thrown out to the ditch. You will not play down 10's fairway. You play down to the ditch, and then you walk a little bit further down the ditch and throw up into the tree farm. Come back over on 11 and throw from about the middle of the fairway, there's flags there, to the original pin placement. Throw 13, 14 basket place to right here. Yep. And then from 14, you will not play 15 and 16, but you'll walk straight over to 17, play 17 and 18, and loop back around depending on where you started at. Is that clear as mud to everybody?
Yeah. You will stumble on the tee pad at 10 that shoots you out of the woods into the ditch. So you'll see that one.
Have to give it up for last year's winner, the Swede. He's the designer of the course. Anything you want to say?
Keep it super classy.
Super classy. Here comes Tom. Imagine that.
Yeah. It's Tom. If anybody did not grab one of these, come up and get them. It is a 10% card to Rods 2, which is just right outside the entry here on the west side of the road. 10% to everything except gasoline. And then also she hooked up Cave Divers, which is 9th and Belmont, which is all the way down there by Walmart area. There's Spangles and Burger King right there on the corner. So, and give it up to Amanda right there. She's the manager of the garage. See over there, and right inside the door, off to the right is. Here, hand these up. There's some Powerade that she's got donated, and there's also a keg of beer that the Salina's got donated.
There's some red cut Powerade
right on the other side of the deal.
Red cup Powerade. I didn't even know about that. We got to find a couple.
Once again, thanks for everybody coming out. I'm gonna hand it over to Randy Brown.
All right.
Randy's talking.
Welcome to Salina, everybody. We're glad you're here. This thing started out and it was pouring rain. Austin, was it 2 years ago? 2 years. 2 years ago, 6 of us came out in the pouring rain. And this is a memorial for Harry Scott, Shimp, and Harry was with me that first year we set up the course. It was my first design that first year. And I'll tell you what, Harry was out there with the rain, and I knew he was kind of frail. I kind of was up on something, but he never clued anybody in. That's the kind of guy he was. He didn't want you worrying about him. He wanted you to enjoy what this is all about. And Harry, like I've posted online, Harry was the push in making this thing happen. And so I'm going to let Ross get up here in a minute, and he's a good friend of Harry's, and he'll elaborate a little more on it. But Harry was a good friend of mine too, and he was a crazy cat. And one thing about Harry, you never knew what to expect. You could not predict one move to the next, and he was on a whole nother level, and I respect him for that, and I respect his push for it. I was going down the road one day, and there Harry pulled up beside me, and he tossed out that he was real fond of this. He bought it online somewhere, and he tossed this out at the window going 40 miles an hour at me, like I'm supposed to catch it or something, you know, like. That thing took off and cars were behind us, and it's unscathed. I mean, no scratches or nothing. So what I want today is for somebody bold enough, when at the end of the tournament when we're doing awards and stuff, if there's a crazy story out there, in representation of the crazy cat that Harry was, if you produce a crazy story, if there's 2 or 3 of them, we'll all kind of vote and clap and see which one was craziest or whatever. This is going home with you to commemorate Harry Shimp and his craziness, because he was a crazy, cool, hip cat, and he was pretty fond of this thing, and he knew at the end it was getting close, and he was kind of getting in touch with those he cared about. So. The other thing is Ron's sporting a what?
A Zephyr. I have permission.
No J-Star, no J-Star?
No, no.
It's kind of like he's wanting his name on. Where is that, Austin?
I put it on the table.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I would like to win.
Didn't want to lose again?
I need to win.
It's kind of like Ron wants his name on this or something.
I need to win whatever I play.
Our first winner is Austin Strite, and last year's winner, Mr. Nelson Swede. There's plenty of spaces on here for everyone. The one that has their name on it the most will be ended up keeping it on their mantle the rest of the time. So get your name on it, play some good golf and stuff. And I know what we're doing this year. This is Superclass Showdown. This is the original one I started. Harry kind of blended with me. We did butt heads a little bit here and there, but I have another trophy for this tournament. It's not done yet. You will get it, but this year's a combined tournament. Next year, here's the vision Harry had. He wants the winner of this. He wanted a Superclass championship. He wants to take this through Kansas, and for the tournaments not just to be here at local Thomas Park, but if you win this thing today, I'd like you to design a course in your town. Exception of Ron. We ain't going
down to Oklahoma.
We're not going to Oklahoma. But if you win this today,
I got the 3rd oldest.
I'd like you to design a course for next year for the Harry Shimp Memorial. The next year we'll go back to here for the Superclass Showdown. So it's a combined tournament this year. But so hopefully we'll get 2 tournaments next year. And I'm going to keep this thing rolling. I mean, this is what I started with Harry to begin with, and we kind of branched off. And I like what Harry wanted to do with it, take it all over Kansas. But I'm going to keep this one here. So at that, I'm going to leave it with Ross, and Ross, good friend.
Just a few words. I don't recognize half of you. I don't know if you knew Harry Scott Shimp, but he was a good friend of mine. Whether you liked him, you loved him, or something else, the guy got under your skin. So I just wanted to add one thing that Harry and I always talked about, the camaraderie in this sport. How 15-year-olds could get along with 65-year-olds and everything in between. And I just hope you remember that as the sport gets bigger and bigger, and you never forget your friends. We'll have a brief moment of silence for Harry. You can honor him in your own way. I just want to let you know we got some free lunch here for you today. So if you don't want to go jamming out, we got sandwiches and ribs coming. So about 12 or 12:30.
Free beer.
Oh, yeah, and thanks to the Central Kansas Flyers, without them, this wouldn't be going on. And so why don't we just give it a few seconds and honor Harry as you will. Thank you. Have fun.
There you go, Harry.
All right. Well, things left is we get a box of pencils.
Randall, have you got a group going yet?
Need a pencil.
Ta-da! Did you get that nice?
Wow, if we would have put a little more on it.
You can still play it. Okay. Metal Apocalypse. Here, hold my cigarette.
Hey guys! Holy. Don't make that in one.
That lens saved you. You were headed right for that tree.
Donk.
Like that. That way. Yeah.
Yeah. Marty will show you how it's done.
That's more like it. That's the way it's supposed to look like.